and welcome to Miss Bailey's Daily Dose. Today we are going to be learning to write joined up. So there are two main joins that we use. There's a diagonal join, so from this line all the way up diagonally, and there's also something called the smile join. So from a smiley face, so from the top of that letter we join just like that. So we've got a diagonal join and the smile join. So we're going to start off with each letter and looking at how it would join. So from an A, we start at the line, we do a diagonal line up, we go over, back round, up, down, and then it would be a flick ready for the diagonal join. So it starts on the line, diagonals up, round, back round, up, down, and then the flick would go into diagonal join. Then we've got a B which starts similarly, so starting with the diagonal line, straight up, straight down this time, back up, round to the bottom, and then there will be a join at the bottom that would be diagonal up as the next letter. So basically the opposite way of an A, so diagonal up, straight down, up again, round, and join at the bottom to the next letter. Each time you can see that I'm not taking my pen off. That's the important part. What a lot of the children tend to do, because their hands are hurting them, they take their pen or pencil off and then their join becomes a bit distorted. So they just need to make sure that they're practicing, and then their muscles won't hurt as much. The C, again, we join from the bottom, diagonal up. We go round, back round, and round again, and again that would join from the bottom diagonally up again. The D, just like the B, so start from the diagonal, we go round, back round, all the way up, same height as the B, down and flick, ready for that diagonal. Let me just make sure its face is sat on the line. And that's one thing that's really important, make sure the faces of each of the letters are sat on the line correctly. What a lot of the children will do once they start to join is they'll learn to do the joins and then their letters start changing sizes, or they're not sat in a line properly. They've got to make sure their letters are on the line, they're the same size as well as making sure that their joins are right. The E is slightly different to these ones because you can see there's a join before the letter. The join in the E is sort of part of it. So we start on the line, we go up, round, back round, and then flick. And again, that would join as a diagonal join. The F is one of the ones that the children find the trickiest, because a lot of the children, when it comes to a joined F, it looks completely different to the normal F that they draw. So a normal F would start at the top, down, flick, and then they'd go across like that. But the joined F is slightly different, so this is the hardest one. So it starts at the bottom just like the A, it diagonals up, it then goes straight up and curved round, straight down, flicking round, and it flicks back up. So that diagonal line, just like the A, the B, the C, the D, up, round, back down, below the line it's a descender, and back round, and that's the joined F. And again from there, the join would be from there diagonally up. Now we've got the G, so from the line, just like the A, so diagonal, round, back round, hitting that line, up, down, and then the flick, just like so. And again, from that flick, there'd be a diagonal line ready for the next letter. The H, from the diagonal line, up, straight down, up, over, and then flick, and again, that would create that diagonal line for the join. The I starts on the diagonal, and then it goes straight up, straight down, flick, and then we pick up the pen. So on an I, you do stop, you pick up, and then you put your dot at the top, just like that. And the J's similar, so it starts off on the diagonal, up, straight down, flick it round, pick it up, little dot, just there, like that. And again with the J, you could flick that round, and the I, it would be diagonal up there. Now we've got the K, and when it comes to a K, a lot of the children then think, oh, well, this must be a capital K. It's not. We write the K when we're doing it joined with this lovely little circular face. So some of you might have seen a K like this before, a kicking K, like that. we don't write our K's like that. So our K's look like a capital R almost. So start at the top, diagonal, we go up, down, back up, round, down, and then flick. And again, that would go to the diagonal. The L is like the I, except it needs to be obviously higher because it's an ascender. So on the diagonal, up, down, and flick, ready for that diagonal. The N starts on the line, it goes diagonally up, down, back up, and leave a little gap at the top. Straight down, back up again, up and over again, down, and flick. And you can see on my end that it goes all the way down. That's really important. What a lot of the children will do is they'll do a little bit down in the middle. So they'll do theirs like this. That's not how we correctly do an M. So it's really important, just like a W, that it goes exactly the same length as the other two parts. Then we've got the N. So from the diagonal, up just like the M, straight down, up again, and then one time over this time, and then the flick, ready to do the diagonal join. Now we've got the O, and this is where we've got the smile join. So we start at the bottom, we go diagonally up, round, back round, to the top, and then this is where we'd have our smile join. So you can see that there it smiles and joins onto the next letter. P starts at the diagonal, up, straight down because it descends, back up, round, and that would join diagonally at the bottom. You can see that there, so that would join onto the next letter. The Q, diagonal, round, back round, up, down, and flick, just like that. Then our R, again, is one of our smiley joins, so diagonally, then straight up, down, back up, leave a little bit of space at the top, and then that washing line, or that smile join at the top, just like before, and just like the O. The S diagonals up, it goes round, back round, and then diagonals at the top there. Our T starts on the diagonal, straight up, down, flip, pick it up, like the I and the J, and then we do our line across, just like that. Next with our U, so from the diagonal line, up, down, round, back up, the same height, down, and the flick that would go into the diagonal for the join. Now we're on the V, so again, each of them starts with the diagonal line. We then go down diagonally, back up, and then our smile or washing line join, so this one here, just like that. W starts the same, so diagonal line up, diagonally down, up, down, up, and that smile join. And again, you can see the W goes right to the top in the middle, really important, just like the N. The N goes right down, the W goes right to the top. Then we've got the X, so diagonally up, we go across, pick it up, then from the bottom, up, and then that smile join, just like that. So, we can see here, we've got A, I've done X. Let's have a look at Y now. So Y will start diagonally, it will go down, up, round, and then flick, and again, that flick at the bottom as it's a descender would then join. And now we have the Z, so we start at the bottom, so if you imagine there's a line there, we go diagonally up, straight across, diagonally down, and then straight across, and make sure that this bit and this bit are the same length, and that would be our Z. So we've gone from A all the way to Z, having a look at which letters do a diagonal join or the smile join. So for the smile join, the only letters that have that smile join are our O, our V, W, X, and R. So for the rest of the letters, you know when you join them, you're going to be joining them with that diagonal rather than the smile join. So that's what you need to have a look at when you're looking at the letters, and the letters that are next one, like, ooh, will that join diagonally or will it join using the smile join? So I'm going to write a sentence underneath here. Now we know that at the beginning of a sentence we have a capital letter. So if this is my capital letter, I know that all my capital letters in that sentence need to be the same size as that I. That's something that's really important. Children tend to know that a capital letter needs to be bigger, but then their capital letters throughout their sentences can be loads of different sizes, so it's got to be the same. And then I've decided what size my letters are. So I've got the next word like, so I diagonal, I go down, flick, I go diagonally up, straight down, diagonally up for my kicking curve, down, round, down, and then my E, straight, round. Now, I've done all of that without picking my pencil up, my pen up, and then I need to take my pen off and create my dot. Now you can see here my kicking cut is ascending a little bit longer than my L, so I need to make sure that L is the same size ascending as my kicking cut, just like that. So if my E is that big, my E on this side needs to be that big. So I start at the bottom, I diagonal and round. We know an E is slightly different. I diagonal to my A, and making sure each time my letters are diagonaling and that they're the same size as much as possible. So I pick my pen up, I do my T across, like that, and then at the same height I do my I. So I like eating, and you can see here the A is the same size as the E, the N is the same height as the A, just like that. So I like eating, and the next one is chips. So diagonal line, round, back round, diagonal up, straight up, down, round, and flick again, diagonal up, straight down for the I, diagonal up again, for the P, straight down, back up, leave a little space, joining at the bottom, up to the top of the S, pick it up, put my dot on the top of my I, and then my full stop at the end. So I like eating chips. So you can see there that the letters that I've used, I've made sure I've used a diagonal line for those letters that I needed. I didn't have any letters in there that needed my smile join at all. Now, I'm going to show you now that this is one of the ones that the children would do. So once they start to join, they start to get confident with it, they'll find that they'll be doing the joins, but their letters might not be sitting on the line properly, or they might not be the right size. So their I is perfect. Then we've got an L starting with the join. You can see here it's less of a diagonal, it's more like a rounded join here. And the kicking curve is around about the same size as the L, but then the E. So the E here, they've joined it, but it's now not sitting on the line, and it's huge compared to the I. Again, with chips, you've got no join at the beginning here, so that should have had a join. The H is below the line, the I is way too big and below the line. The P doesn't have the little stalk at the top, and again, it's way smaller than the I and the H and the C, and the S is a lot larger. So it's making sure that the children are not only joining, but their letters are the right size. The easiest way to do this is when you've got two lines, is to create this dotted line in between. And that lets the children know that their smaller letters go up to the top of those lines, their ascenders go above, and their capital letters go above as well. Now, when you first start doing handwriting with children, their letters are very big. So you can see my lines here are very large. That's really so you guys can see how I'm writing. Once their handwriting gets better, it gets smaller, and their lines can be way smaller than this. But start big and then get it smaller. So if we start writing I like chips, if I was going to do it using the big lines, I would have my I like that, My L is an ascender, so it goes above this purple line, straight down. And this time I'm going to show you without the join, and then I'm going to show you how you do it with it. So just making sure now that our sizes are correct. So this is my L. My I would start from the purple line and my dot would be as high as the L. My kicking cup is an ascender, so it would go above the line, round and down. My F would go to the purple line and down. So I like and then chip. So the C would be hitting that purple line. My H would be the same height as my K. So I start above the line, down, back up on the purple line, round. My I again would start at the purple line, pick it up, the dot just above. My P would start on the purple line. It would go below the green line because it's a descender. Back up, leave that little stalk at the top and round. And then my S would start on the purple line. Okay, so that's I like chips with all the letters exactly the correct size but not joined. Now I'm going to try it with the join. So again, big capital letter. My L will start from the diagonal. We'll go straight up, straight down. The diagonals again for the I. Straight down and straight up again. Above that line, straight down, round, and the flick, straight up and round. Pick it up. My dot at the top. So I like. We've got chip. So from the diagonal again, straight up, round on the purple line, back round, straight diagonally up. Our H is an ascender, so above that purple line, up and round, diagonal line, straight down for the I, diagonal line, straight down for the P, descending and round, and then it joins in the bottom to the S, and a full stop. So you can see here my joins are very diagonal, and I can put my I up here, just like that, perfect. In fact, I might want to make my L and my K slightly bigger, because I've made my H slightly bigger, so then our ascenders are the same size. Then, once your handwriting gets even better, you can make those joins less spread out. So, start with our I again. And it's still diagonal, but they can be less spread out. So if I do my L up there, so I like, and then we've got finger space, joining at the bottom of the P, chips. So you can see here I've still got my joins, but they're not as diagonal and they're not as spread out. So you can get smaller and smaller as you go. And then as your handwriting gets better, you can ignore this purple line and you can maybe have this purple line as where your capital letter would go. So for example, if this is my capital letter, then my lowercase letters need to be a lot smaller. So I'm imagining there's an imaginary line in the middle of my lines. I would start with my join. Each time, pick it up, do my dot, I like. Join at the bottom of the P, full stop, chips. So you can see here my handwriting's got even smaller, the letters are the same size, making sure that they're still joining in the correct places, but you can see it's gone from very big to smaller and need to go even smaller. So have some fun seeing whether you can create your own sentences and see whether you can join the letters of the alphabet correctly. Thank you.